What's up, VC and YouTube? Todd Guy, Thrashing Zombie here. I was gone for a week, and we went to Maine on our anniversary. Usually falls the beginning of the week. This year, it was on Friday, so we went up the end of the week, had a good time, walked the beach, some stores, some antique places. I bought, I think, more stuff than I normally do. Got a bunch of cassettes, only four records, some CDs, a pair of socks, and some patches, which I do not normally buy. I apologize in advance in case this video is long. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm going to start with the patches, so it's going to be long. If it's going to be long, feel free to fast forward or whatever to get through to see something you do like or whatever. Do whatever you want, or don't watch it at all. So patches, I don't normally buy patches, but I was thinking about doing a battle jacket, not a vest, because I have a jean jacket, but it's not a vest. And I got some patches from some other bands that I bought on Bandcamp. So I was thinking, well, maybe I should put those on my jacket. And I saw there's patches at some of these places. This one I bought, I don't know why, I don't smoke weed. Maybe I'll give it to my kid. This one I thought was kind of cool. Certified Insane. This one I had to get. I just need one that says Zombie. I just need one that says Thrashing Now. And then I can put that on my jacket. Then these are bands. Actually, this one's not a band. This one is a Skull and Crossbones. I had a black one or a silver one I had originally. I saw the green one, so I got the green one instead. And these are bands. Only one of these bands I don't listen to. I think I've listened to them a little bit, and I might have to check them out again. This is In Flames. And I got Metallica and Justice for All. Sacred Reich, which is a good find. And Iron Maiden. So yeah, those are the patches. I'm going to try to attempt to do a battle jacket, patches and stuff. And the socks are Slayer socks. I like crazy socks, and these aren't really that crazy. They're basically just black with Slayer up on the side. So, not like anybody can see the Slayer part. So I got those. I'm going to do the CDs next. Some CDs I have listened to, and other ones I have not. First one is Helmet's first album, Strap It On. I didn't really listen to Helmet much at the beginning. There's some other song, the song from the Crow soundtrack I know. And there's one that was big one. It wasn't on here. I didn't recognize any of these songs on this album. So, but yeah, I picked that up. Helmet. Who remembers Helmet? And then I got some notes here because some of the other ones I didn't really know. Give me 1 second here. Helmet's first album was 1990. And then we got I got a couple of the same band, two of them. First one is Lillian Axe, Poetic Justice from 1992, their third album. I didn't really know a whole lot about Lillian Axe. I don't think I ever listened to them. Just, you know, end of the glam era, basically. Sort of more hard rock than heavy metal. Not too bad. Listen to both of those. Haven't listened to this one yet. This is another Lillian Axe. This is Psychoschizophrenia. This is the year after, I think. 1993, their fourth album. I don't know any of the songs on either one of those albums. So if it's anything like the last one, it should be all right. And then 2 albums I think were released on vinyl on one of the record store days a couple years ago or something. I didn't pick these up. So I saw that they're for record store day being reissued. Listened to them and didn't really hit. And I noticed they stuck around at the Newberries where I go generally, and they stuck around for a few weeks and then they disappeared. They're gone. So they weren't really a big seller. I do like one of their albums that I listen to quite a bit. This is King's X. This is their self-titled album from 1992. It's their 5th album, if you want to consider their first album, the one they were named differently, self-released, I think it said. Otherwise, it's their fourth on a major label, I guess. Didn't really know. There was one song here I did recognize, kind of. I don't remember what that was. I did kind of enjoy this, so I'm kicking myself now. I probably should have picked up the vinyl. I'm not sure if this one was being reissued or not. I know the next one by King's X, Dogman, that was being reissued. This might have been the one I didn't really click with me. I don't know any of the songs on here either. But yeah, I like Gretchen Goes to Hollywood. No, that's not Hollywood. Gretchen Goes to Nebraska. That's what it is. So I thought I'd like this other stuff too. Didn't really click, so I don't know what's up. I haven't listened to this one. I did listen to their self-titled, which was not bad. I'll listen to this one again too. A lot of people love this album from what I've been seeing. So, and then we got Tesla's 4th studio album, Bust a Nut. Yeah. I like Tesla, but I don't think I ever actually really listened to this album that much. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have listened to it, but I don't remember it. Their first and second and third, I listened to all 3 of those quite a bit, especially The Great Radio Controversy. And then I kind of fell out of listening to them. Like a lot of other bands, I'm just kind of refining these bands and their back catalog, stuff that I didn't listen to before an album and after an album. I did have quite a few things like Death. I only listened to Spiritual Healing for the longest time, and then as I got older and got more into vinyl and stuff, I started listening to the other albums. I got into Human quite a bit back in the 2010s or so. Not 2010s. Was it 2010s? No, it's 2010, somewhere in there, somewhere. I was listening to Human. But yeah, so that. And this is a good find too, even though it's not vinyl. But I didn't. This one's kind of hard to find in any format, really. This is Alice in Chains, self-titled or Tripod. I guess from what I see, it's in the original purple case, and the CD is cool. It looks like a old school record. It says stereo, 360 sound, 60 degree sound, 33 1/3 RPM, which is kind of cool, I think. So, grinds on here. I can't really read it through the purple, but Heaven Beside You, of course. Nothing Sung, Frogs, Over Now. Yeah, this is a good album. Like I said, I've never actually seen this, even like a reissue or anything on CD or anything, so I don't think. But yeah, all the CDs were $5 or $6. Pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. So next I'm going to do all these cassettes. I got some glam, one thrash metal that I paid a pretty penny for, and the rest are all kind of not metal. I like Tears for Fears, The Seeds of Love. I like Tears for Fears because I'm one of those guys that likes the new wave. That's kind of not like their older stuff, though. It's kind of weird. I got an Ice-T cassette. This is the Iceberg / Freedom of Speech. Just watch what you say. Haven't really listened to a lot of Ice-T. So pretty not racy. Yeah, questionable cover there, but that's okay. So we're a lot of metal albums. I bought this for one song. I Touch Myself. This is the Divinals. This is their self-titled. I don't think it's their first album because I've seen other ones that were older than this. So I bought that. Divinals. I have this on vinyl, and I saw it on cassette, and I said, I'll pick that up. Arcadia. So Red the Rose. Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran. Maybe one other guy in here from there. Don't really remember. I know he's in there. It sounds a lot, to me anyway, like Duran Duran because I think it's Simon's voice. Plus the music sounds similar. The Cars, Door to Door. There were other Cars on cassette, I think, but I couldn't remember what I had on cassette for the Cars, so I bought this one because I knew I did not have this on cassette. It took me forever to find a copy on vinyl of this album. So, Cars, Door to Door. We got three Pretenders albums. This is like their second. This is Learning to Crawl. Middle of the Road, Back in the Chain Gang is on here. Thin Line Between Love and Hate. My City Was Gone. I think I love this whole album. It's so great. And then these two other ones I haven't heard of. Pact from... Case is broken. From... What year was this from? 1990. So I didn't even... In 1990, I was really into the metal, thrash metal, fucking getting into Metallica and Anthrax, and trying to find heavier stuff, and listening to some death metal, Entombed, and Death, Spiritual Healing. But yeah, Pretenders. And then this one, Last of the Independents, from... no date on here because it's from BMG. There should be a date. Last of the Independents. I'm assuming it's after 1990, but I could be wrong. Yeah, 1994. I don't know any songs on here. Just like the Pact, I don't know any songs on there either. 13 songs on here. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Last of the Independents. The Fix, Greatest Hits. Of course, it's got One Thing Leads to Another. Red Skies is on here. Saved by Zero, that's a great song. Stand or Fall Live. Yeah. So those are the big ones I know. I do like The Fix. I don't know where a lot of these songs came from because there were songs from stuff from the late 80s. Or actually 80s, 83, 84, 86, 87, 89. Looks like this was done in 1989. Everything after that, though, I'm looking for stuff, CDs, cassettes, whatever, of The Fix after 1989, because I know they had albums after that. I don't know how good they were. Now here come with the glam or heavy metal type stuff. Ugly Kid Joe, as ugly as they want to be. I did buy America's Least Wanted. Got home and realized I already owned it. So I'm not going to show that, but I bought another copy of that because I forgot. So it's always good to have a backup of cassettes anyway. I mean, if I would have bought more cassettes, I would have spent a lot more money because I would have picked up another copy of Tesla's The Great Radio Controversy and some other ones that I already know I had, but I didn't buy them, and I should have, just because cassettes will wear out or break, or stop working altogether. So America's Least Wanted, Madman's on here, Whiplash, Liquor. Oh, this is like an EP. It's the same on both sides, is what it is. And then we got this one I've never heard of, Menace to Sobriety, from 1995. I didn't even know they were still going in 1995. I thought they were like a couple of albums and then done, because they weren't. They were cool, but I didn't think they were gonna last long. I think they just released an album or an EP though a few years ago, which is kind of strange. I don't know if any songs on here either. It's terrible, terrible cover. Do that one in a minute. Warrants Ultraphobic. I just heard about this. It was a bit heavier, kind of like Dog Eats Dog, but even a bit heavier than that. So I said I'll pick it up, because earlier Warrant, I was just kind of like whatever. This one, a lot of people say is heavier and not like their first two albums. So this is Winger's Pull. A lot of people want this. Not a lot of people. I always say that. There are a few people I've heard that say they want this on vinyl, and they're hunting it on vinyl. This is from 1993. So yeah, they came out like 88 or 89. So this one I bought on a whim, because the title looks like a heavy metal. Didn't really notice the stuff on the cover, which would have given it away what kind of band it was. It is a super group made from people from Michael Schenker Group, Rat, LA Guns, and is that Vixen? Looks like Vixen. Maybe one other. This is Contraband. Never heard of this band before. Thinking about it now, maybe I did when I was younger. 1991. Yeah, 1991. Maybe I saw a video for a song or something. I couldn't tell you which song, but no. So it's got. What's it got in here? Let's see. Tracy Guns from LA Guns. Cher Peterson from Vixen, I assume. Michael Schenker. Bobby Blotzer from Rat, and then Richard Black. I don't know who Richard Black is, where Richard Black's from. Richard Black is the vocals. So it's a bassist from Vixen, Tracy Guns on guitars, Michael Schenker on guitars, and Bobby Blotzer on drums. And Richard Black from somewhere. Somebody knows, let me know. I'm sure somebody's heard of this band. It's probably like the only album they put out, I would assume. And this is the holy grail of the cassettes for me. I didn't have this one on a cassette. I did have their other album, though. The Oppressing the Masses. This is Violence, Eternal Nightmare. I had Oppressing the Masses on cassette. Loved that album. Love this album. These two Violence albums are just prime thrash metal, fucking verging on death. Rob Flynn and Phil Demmel. Phil Demmel, I think, and Rob Flynn both went to Machine Head, didn't they? Pretty sure Rob Flynn, at least. So, yeah. This one is the one I paid quite a bit for. It's in neat, like, mint condition. It's perfectly clean. There's no dirt. The inlay card is perfect with just not perfect. Has a little bit of wear on the edge. It's clean. The case is clean. Everything is perfect. Such a great album. Really nice find. So Violence, Eternal Nightmare. It's good stuff right there. So let's see. did those, did cassettes, did CDs, and now we got left is the vinyl. And we're going on 20 minutes, so I'll try to make this quick. We'll start with this one. I paid $12 for it. This is a compilation album called Is It Dead? From Sub Pop Records. Collaborative effort between all the bands on this album: Crash Rock Records, Rock and Roll Play Records, and Sub Pop Records. Hardcore, metal, thrash, and grind are alive and well in the Northwest. So apparently it's a bunch of bands from the Northwest of the United States. 10 songs. Never heard of any of these bands. I assume they're just kind of local underground bands. Bands are Homo Eroticus, Hollywood Mike Miranda, Teen Cthulhu, Bloodhag, Old Rawler, Botch, Akimbo, Raft of Dead Monkeys, Hexadecimal, and Naha. There's the back. $12. I said, well, I'll give it a shot, you know. So I said, screw it, $12. It's the center label and the center label. We'll see. We will see how it is. Yeah. And then this one, I kept all these tags on. $21 for this. Never seen this anywhere. This is The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years soundtrack. It's got Alison Cooper with Axl Rose, Slash, and Izzy of Guns N' Roses, Under My Wheels, Faster Pussycat, The Bathroom Wall, Motorhead, Cradle to the Grave, Armored Saint, You Can Run But You Can't Hide, Lizzie Borden, Born to Be Wild, Megadeth, In My Darkest Hour, Queensryche, The Prophecy, Metal Church, The Brave, Rigor Mortis, Foaming at the Mouth, and Seduce, Colleen. Apparently there's some talking on here from Gene Simmons, Alice Cooper, Ricky Rocket, and Steven Tyler. Capital Rainbow labels. So that was pretty cool. There was another album there I wanted to get, but I was like, I've already spent so much money. And I'm glad I waited. It was a Suicidal Tendencies album. Wasn't new. I think it was like 2000s, maybe it was 90s. I don't know, but it was $50. Was it still Psycho? No, I don't remember. But I was like, I spent so much money already. But I'll tell you why in a minute. Why I'm glad I didn't buy it. You'll see. Next one up is this is Keel, their self-titled album with a gold stamp promo. Can you see that? With the hype sticker right on the thing. I still have a bad habit of not checking the records. It's not even in a sleeve. There's no sleeve. But the record looks okay. So this was under $20, I think. Don't really know a lot about Keel, but I see quite a few people have shown this album. So I said, I'll pick it up. So we'll see if it's any good. And this is the holy grail of the vinyl. And this is why I'm glad I did not pick up that Suicidal Tendencies, because if I did, I probably would not have picked this up. This was a bit more. It's an original copy. I have a reissue, remaster one from 2000, whatever it is, where he did different takes for some songs. Certain parts are a little different, and it sounds really weird to my ears. I didn't realize that when I bought it. So this will fix that. This is Megadeth. So far, so good. So what? Like I said, original copy from, was it 1988? The record looks fucking mint. The jacket, not so much. But the record looks, I haven't cleaned it yet, but it looks fucking perfect. I love this album. A lot of people say this is the album where they kind of went back a little bit from Peace Sells. Peace Sells is a great album as well. But I love this album too. Anarchy in the UK is the only really letdown, I think, personally, on this album. But the intro, Into the Lungs of Hell, straight in to Set the World Afire, just wonderful fucking song there. Mary Jane's on here. 502. In My Darkest Hour, everybody loves that song. Liar and Hook and Mouth. Fucking, I'm so happy I picked this up. Like I said, if I had bought that Suicidal Tendencies, I probably would not have picked this up. Actually, I probably would have anyway. My wife probably would have fucking kicked my ass. She was still a little... She didn't say it, but I could tell she was like, paying that much for that record? It's like, yeah, I am. So, all in all, I think I spent way too much on stuff, music in Maine, but I also bought 2 blank cassettes. These are Type 2 cassettes. Don't see many Type 2 cassettes. So, from what I've read, Type 2 cassettes are the best. I mean, we'll see. They originally had, or they actually haven't done anything with them yet. They still have basketball, like college basketball games on them, which is weird. Who would want to listen to a basketball game? I find it very odd. Anyway, apologize again for the long video. There's a lot of stuff to go through here. I could have broke it up into different videos, but let's get it all the way, all at once. I got some vinyl finds coming up, and I think, I got quite a few vinyl I haven't shown that I bought over the last few months. Stacking up. I haven't even listened to them yet. They're not cleaned or nothing. But I'm excited to show those to you guys because some of them are pretty good, I think. Probably not as good as this Megadeth though, because this is great. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me, what did I say about that? Oh, Contraband. Somebody knows the lead singer, what he's from, let me know. I'm kind of curious. I could probably look it up, I guess, but I'll let somebody tell me if they want. If nobody does, I'll look it up. So, yeah, until next time, rock on.